A plot, in comparison, is what happens in a story. It's what makes the story interesting, make sense, and be creative. It's the logical connection between events in the story, kind of like a glue that holds everything together. A plot is essentially a premise with an interesting complication or conflict. It's also the why of a story. Now, a good plot generally has an interesting premise that makes you want to even bother paying attention to the story. Like, oh, I want to check that out. What? You need to do that in order to save the galaxy? Oh, sign me up. An even better plot generally has the protagonist go on a journey, confronted with various challenges along the way, causing them to grow and change throughout dealing with those conflicts. It's what makes the story compelling. The theme is constantly involved in this journey. In this case, it's getting people to help on a suicide mission. This theme has to have the protagonist struggle and change along the way with those people, or else it becomes a drab, flat series of static events that aren't connected in any way.
Lawrence will be more useful to me.
And they should be.
You will regret your choice.
The people also have to change because of that plot. So if the events mean nothing to the protagonist, as well as to the side characters, why should the reader care about any of the characters in any events of the plot? For Mass Effect 2, alien abductions as is really isn't that interesting, and although losing your ship and life in the process is very dramatic, it literally goes nowhere if 2 minutes later some terrorist group brings the protagonist back to life through a medical miracle, as well as providing a brand new ship, and a same old doctor and a pilot. See, no other part of the narrative seems to want to know how this is even possible or why. It's literally meaningless, so why even have it? And this happens within the first 10 minutes. As for the characters you get, some do get their own arcs, and that's cool, but they have nothing to do with the main plot. They're off busy doing their own thing, and the protagonist ends up going along for the ride. How is this Shepard story if Shepard doesn't grow and change, but the side characters do? Aside from all that, what I'm thinking is, what the hell happened to the Reaper plot from the first game? You know, the whole use the Citadel to teleport into the known galaxy and harvest all life? That big cycle of destruction plot that Shepard merely postponed, not solved, that has supposedly been going on for millions of years? What, did that stop? Did the super advanced million-year-old AI creatures of horrific genius and massive intellect not have a plan B? Wasn't there a second relay? Did the Reapers forget to pack the barbecue sauce? So anyway, the point of the story is to attack the Collectors, but in order to do that, we have to learn about them. Aside from knowing they have a really big ship that looked like it was created out of a meteor or something, but do we ever learn anything about this ship, or the rest of the Collector forces, or even if there are any more, or what kind of weapons and defenses they have, or how many, or how big, or how many bases they have, or if they have a homeworld? Are they on any planets, solar systems, anything? No. Well, we do learn they're located in the galactic core, but so what? That's just another unknown. If the plot of a story is to defeat the bad guys, but we literally learn nothing about them, then why don't we go find out? Isn't that the plot? All we know is that they have a big-ass cruiser, and this suicide mission involves going through a relay that no one has returned from. Before anything else, Shepard and company should be doing a number of things here to get intel. He's got a top-of-the-line spaceship, right? At least one of these logical steps should have happened. Do recon in your supposedly stealth ship. Set up a spy satellite convoy network of places you've recently been. Listen in on enemy communications that maybe only Shepard could understand. Send probes into the Omega-4 relay.
Launching probe.
Set up minefields, get more ships, get bigger guns and nuclear bombs and lasers and stuff. Instead, Tim suggests we go collect a bunch of random soldiers, which doesn't make any sense since all we know of the Collectors at this point is that they have a ship, which implies a ship battle in space. How are random soldiers going to help us in a ship battle exactly? Are we going to somehow board the other ship? Are we going to have a land war in Asia? Are we going to put each soldier in a battle of wits against every Collector planet homeworld we come across? And if so, did glowing demonic blue eyes man read the script in advance? If this is going to be a big reveal in Mass Effect 3, that Tim was planning it all along, is that going to be the plot?
Inconceivable!
Luckily, as random and unexplainable in getting the soldiers is, getting these soldiers is really fun, and the storytelling for them is good. The side characters are all really cool, and although I can't say I understood them all, I really like them. They develop well, some have arcs. In fact, some of them are the most fleshed out, believable side characters in video games. And that's all really good stuff. But they're in the wrong story. They're completely useless to the main plot. Sure, we need them for the plot to continue, but at that point we don't know why, well, except for Mordin. His countermeasure is a plot device, which is fine, but you've got 11 other guys. Everyone's motivations have next to nothing to do with stopping the Collectors. We get them because Tim said so, and they join up because Shepard asked them to. Now, in some cases this is justified, but it just sounds bizarre. These two are just along for the ride. This one is lucky to be alive, but is glad that Shepard's back so they can follow them. This one trusts Shepard completely, so she doesn't really care what the plot is. These two have nothing better to do. These two are hired guns. This one is literally an army of fanboys. This one just wants the name of a ship, and this one has a death wish.
This one doesn't have time for your solid waste excretions.
This is so static and disconnected to the main plot that these side stories are individual stories. Like when you buy a book at the bookstore, you open it and 12 other books fall out. At the end of a chapter of the book you thought you bought, it says, if you want, go see book number 3. Only you have to read the first chapter of that book before you can read the next chapter of the main book. Writers are supposed to weave character exposition into the narrative, not have it be 12 other semi-essential stories. And this is even worse since the real protagonist has the capacity of a 1-year-old when it comes to basic fluid consumption. There literally is no character development for Shepard. This is not what you do in the second part of a trilogy. And this, along with many other reasons we'll go over, is why the plot is absolute rubbish. Number 3. The antagonist? Our antagonist is the disembodied voice of David Caruso, auditioning for the role of Darth Vader, who has a galactic fetish for possessing insect humanoids and rambling on about genetics.
We are your genetic destiny. Solarian. Insufficient lifespan. Fragile genetic structure.
He enjoys playing the role of an alien schoolyard bully who relentlessly chases you around at recess, throwing juvenile sexual innuendo, and mud pies in the form of energy blasts. We have no idea what his motive is, why he's interested in Shepard, why he's trying to build a human Reaper, or whether he wants to kill us, capture us, or just wants us to play with his dolls all day. Is he really a Reaper? Is he crazy? What the hell is going on? BioWare, can you please give us an antagonist whose motives are clear? Please. When you think about it, wouldn't the Collector General have been a great anti-antagonist? Maybe because of his Prothean background, he could somehow communicate to Shepard, because Shepard's got this cipher and is now a Cyber Jesus. He'd be trying to guide Shepard into destroying him and ending his 50,000-year enslavement. So in between being possessed and genuinely trying to get close to Shepard, he's struggling with his great urge to die, yet kill Shepard. He'd see Shepard as his only salvation, kind of like a certain other antagonist with mixed emotions and between violent arguments and confrontations of being a slave or being destroyed, sort of playing on the theme of slavery from the last game. Wouldn't that have been a pretty decent bad guy we can like and generally capture the pathos of the situation? No? Okay, never mind.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.